Johnny last week, the previous week, he got those behavior contracts. How did it go?
I mean, Dylan immediately was like, let me get this, so I went and got it today. It was lukewarm. Adrian's been here, Healy has not. But I'd say in general, it's a good work in progress. I'd like to continue that.
Okay, so Dylan did mention, oh, Mr. John owes me some McDonald's. I was here the whole week. He even said today, I'm here on Monday. I'm never here on Monday. Because he remembered that the McDonald's, the fries, yeah, it wasn't
really
anybody
good to
else.
hear because I couldn't get it for him on Friday. So we're gonna do it on Mondays from now on, period.
And another thing I was thinking of, the football game. So I put game day. We had 53 kids on game day. That's 2-6. Great showing. Everybody wanted to play. Everybody was excited. Next game day. So after our little, so we had, I think I wrote it down here. It says, February 17th to 21st, we had winter break. We had a whole week off. That following week we come back, 48 kids, 224, 225, 48 kids, 226, 48 kids. That whole week, we were working the kids that were here. Hey, games on Thursday. Hey, games on Thursday. We managed barely to get 51 kids, even with the excitement of game day. Friday is usually a hard day for us. We also made some improvement that same week, 51 kids. So that also tells us that whenever the kids have a week off, and obviously as we know, other districts have the week after us or the week before us. So if they have siblings, their parents are gonna keep them or take them to Disneyland or whatever it may be.
And this year we matched up pretty good.
With San Jose Unified, right?
With San Jose Unified, didn't go for all the districts, but
Yeah.
we matched up. East Side was the same week we had,
Yeah.
I believe. San Jose Unified for sure. And the same thing with Eastern.
Okay.
I think we're pretty matched up with that, but they have 3 different weeks that districts take for Easter to try and.
Yeah.
But
Spread
that's
it out.
actually a deal they made with San Jose PD
Mhm.
a couple of decades ago, is let's not get all the kids out at the same time, see if you can circulate it.
Yeah. So it shows that the game days are working, especially for Mr. Jesus. Your kids are really bought in. Tuesday 3-4, March 4th, we had 53 kids. 2-6, we had 53 kids again. Thursday, 51 kids. One of the kids that's been showing up almost every day is Joaquin, which is really rare. He comes all the way from Hollister. So if Joaquin can make it from Hollister, and Dylan is not falling too far behind anymore, I think we can make a big impact. Now this previous week, just last week, 3-3 through 3-7, we had probably our best week in a long time. Monday, hardest day, we had 50. We have the Haley factor. It is what it is. But Tuesday, 53, Wednesday, 54, that's still Haley factor out, right? Haley's out the whole week. Thursday, we had 55. That is like that whole week last week was like crazy. Our attendance was through the roof. Newen only had 1 kid. ED, unfortunately Miss Melissa isn't here, but she, historically, looking at the numbers, she has her, and obviously James Herschel, I'm not even counting him because of what it is, but historically Miss Melissa has decent attendance, but her numbers are always people that are out for medical reasons, whether it's 5150 or serious issues. So, I'm not trying to say that she's not doing her job, but her kids, 2 of her kids are extremely hard, and they've shown even before we started meeting that they had continued mental health issues. So it's very legit. So like I said, we had the week-long break. We had a 3-day weekend. A few of us have been absent here and there, and like I said, we've managed to get 86%. That is not to say we haven't had, the Wallace and the Cody incentives in place for a while. But we've had the Cody and the Wallace incentives in place since August, September, October, November, December. Now we're looking at the numbers like us here, just like full transparency type of thing. And we can see that Johnny's only had Haley absent. And, I have some insight on that, and it all has to do with Haley choosing to stay home because she feels like she can, right? It is what it is. You've reached out to mom multiple times, and there's only so much we can do, but clearly it shows that we're doing fairly well, or we're moving in the right direction.
We're definitely moving in the right
Yeah.
direction.